This Sunday, Manchester United travel to the Emirates Stadium to face Arsenal, the league leaders, the team sitting 7 points clear at the top, the side that hasn't lost a single home match all season. And here's why you need to watch every second of this video. Mikel Carrick, fresh off dismantling Pep Guardiola's Manchester City in his very first match as head coach, is about to walk into what Guardiola himself called a meeting with the best team in the world right now. But here's the twist that changes everything. Since Carrick took charge, Manchester United rank first in the entire Premier League for expected goals, first for shots attempted, first for shots on target. We're not just scraping results, we're dominating matches. Bruno Fernandes is leading the league with 62 chances created, obliterating records that haven't been touched since Ryan Giggs in 2008. And we've got a secret weapon that Arsenal's high defensive line might not be ready for. Bryan Mbeumo, who has scored 5 goals from counterattacks since last season, is back from the Africa Cup of Nations and ready to exploit exactly the kind of space Arsenal will leave. I've got the confirmed starting 11, the tactical master plan that could shock the Emirates, breaking news on the Casemiro situation that was announced just days ago, and the one key battle in midfield that will decide whether we pull off back-to-back giant killings or get steamrolled by the title favorites. United haven't beaten Arsenal in the league since September 2022. We've lost 6 of the last 10 meetings. Arsenal have won the last 4 Premier League matches at the Emirates between these two clubs. But if there was ever a moment to rewrite history, if there was ever a time to announce that Manchester United are truly back, this is it. Stay with me until the end because I'm breaking down why this match could define our entire season, which tactical adjustment from the City game will be crucial, and why the return of one player from international duty might be the difference between 3 points and heartbreak. Hit that subscribe button right now, smash the like button if you believe in this team, and drop your predicted scoreline in the comments. This is going to be special. Let's dive in. Right, let us get straight into it. Manchester United travel to North London this Sunday to face Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Kickoff is at 4:30 in the afternoon, British time, and this match will be shown live on Sky Sports Main Event and Sky Sports Premier League. For those of you following from around the world, check your local listings because this is a game you simply cannot afford to miss. Arsenal versus Manchester United. The league leaders against a resurgent United side that just demolished Manchester City 2-0 in the derby. This is the kind of fixture that defines seasons, that creates legends, that separates the pretenders from the contenders. Let me set the scene for you. Arsenal are sitting pretty at the top of the Premier League table with 50 points from 22 matches. They have got a 7-point cushion over their nearest challengers, and they have not lost a single match at the Emirates Stadium this season. Not one. They are 12 games unbeaten in all competitions, and they just came back from Milan where they absolutely dismantled Inter 3-1 in the Champions League. Mikel Arteta has built a machine in North London, and they are playing with the kind of confidence and consistency that title-winning teams possess. Their home record is intimidating. Their tactical discipline is exceptional. And they are coming into this game knowing that 3 points could put them 10 points clear at the top if results go their way elsewhere. But here is the thing that has got me genuinely excited. Manchester United are not the same team that has been struggling against Arsenal in recent seasons. We are not the same Manchester United that has failed to beat the Gunners in the league since September 2022. We are not the same United that has lost 6 of the last 10 meetings between these two clubs. Something has changed. Something fundamental has shifted in the last 7 days, and it all comes down to one man. Mikel Carrick. Let me take you back to last Saturday. Old Trafford. Manchester Derby. The atmosphere was electric, the tension was palpable, and Manchester United put on a performance that reminded every single one of us why we fell in love with this club in the first place. 2-0. Dominant. Controlled. Aggressive. Everything that had been missing for months suddenly came flooding back in 90 glorious minutes. Carrick, in his very first match as head coach, outthought Pep Guardiola, outfought Manchester City, and gave us a victory that felt like so much more than just 3 points. It felt like a statement. It felt like a turning point. It felt like the beginning of something special. Now, Carrick faces an even bigger test. Arsenal away. The league leaders. The team that beat us 1-0 at Old Trafford earlier this season. the team that has made the Emirates Stadium an absolute fortress. Pep Guardiola himself, one of the greatest managers in football history, has come out this week and warned Carrick that he is about to face what he described as the best team in the world at the moment. That is not hyperbole. That is not mind games. That is respect for what Arsenal have built under Arteta. The domestic standings back it up. The European standings back it up. Arsenal are the real deal. But so are we. At least, that is what last weekend showed us. And that is what the numbers are telling us since Carrick took charge. Listen to this. Since Mikel Carrick became Manchester United manager, we rank first in the entire Premier League for expected goals. First for shots attempted. First for shots on target. We are not just scraping results. We are dominating matches. We are creating chances. We are playing with purpose and intensity and clarity. This is not the confused, disjointed United we saw struggling under previous management. This is a team that knows exactly what it wants to do and exactly how to do it. And at the heart of everything, at the absolute center of this transformation, is Bruno Fernandes. The captain, the creator, the heartbeat of everything Manchester United does going forward. Bruno is currently leading the entire Premier League in chances created with 62. 62 chances in 22 matches. He has got 9 assists to his name, which also leads the league. He ranks first for chances created in open play with 40. He ranks first for chances created from set pieces with 22. His current rate of 3.4 chances created per 90 minutes is the best by any Manchester United player in a single season since Ryan Giggs back in 2008-2009. This is world-class production. This is elite-level creativity. This is exactly what you need when you are going up against a defense as organized and disciplined as Arsenal. Now, before we get into the predicted lineup and the tactical breakdown, let me address the elephant in the room. The Casemiro situation. On Thursday, January 22nd, Manchester United officially confirmed that Casemiro will be leaving the club at the end of this season when his contract expires. The Brazilian midfielder, who joined us from Real Madrid back in August 2022 for around £70 million, has been a massive part of our recent history. He scored the opening goal in that incredible Carabao Cup final victory over Newcastle in 2023. He helped us win the FA Cup in 2024, beating Manchester City in the final. He has made 146 appearances for this club, scoring 21 goals, many of them at absolutely crucial moments. But the club made the decision some time ago not to trigger the one-year extension option in his contract, and at Casemiro's request, they announced it now to bring clarity to the situation and avoid speculation affecting the team's focus. In his statement, Casemiro said, and I quote, "I will carry Manchester United with me throughout my entire life. From the first day that I walked out at this beautiful stadium, I felt the passion of Old Trafford and the love that I now share with our supporters for this special club. It is not time to say goodbye. There are many more memories to create during the next 4 months. We still have a lot to fight for together. My complete focus will, as always, remain on giving my everything to help our club to succeed. That is class. That is professionalism. That is exactly what you want from a player who knows he is leaving but is determined to go out on his terms, fighting for every point, giving everything for the badge. And make no mistake, Casemiro will be in the thick of it this Sunday. He will be starting in that defensive midfield role alongside Kobbie Mainoo, and he will be absolutely crucial to our chances of getting a result at the Emirates. Speaking of Mainoo, can we just take a moment to appreciate what this young man produced last weekend against Manchester City? He was sensational. Absolutely sensational. At just 20 years of age, Kobbie Mainoo controlled the midfield against one of the best teams in world football. He was calm on the ball, aggressive off it, intelligent in his positioning, and relentless in his pressing. Rodri, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Ryan Cherki, four of the most creative midfielders in the Premier League, created just 2 chances between them. That is how dominant Mainoo was in shutting down City's creative outlets. Mikel Carrick praised him heavily in his press conference on Friday, which tells you everything you need to know. Mainoo is keeping his place in the team, and rightly so. Now, let us talk about the big question that everyone is asking. What is the predicted lineup for Arsenal away? Who starts? who drops to the bench. Does Carrick make changes after such a convincing victory, or does he stick with the same formula that worked so brilliantly against City? Well, there is an old cliché in football that you do not change a winning team, and all the indications are pointing towards Carrick following that philosophy. He hinted as much in his Friday press conference, saying that everyone came through the Manchester City game really well with no fresh injury concerns. The boys are in a really good place, he said. They are training really well. I can see how much they are in it and focused and feeding off the energy. So here is how we expect Manchester United to line up against Arsenal in a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, Sen Lammens. The Belgian shot-stopper kept his third clean sheet of the season against Manchester City and has been solid since getting his opportunity. He commands his area well, he is good with his feet, and he gives the defense confidence. Lammens starts. At right back, Diogo Dalot. Carrick specifically praised Dalot in his press conference, which is a massive indicator that the Portuguese defender keeps his place. Dalot was excellent against City, providing defensive solidity while also contributing to attacks down the right flank. He has been one of our most consistent performers this season, and he is absolutely nailed on to start. In central defense, we expect to see the partnership of Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez. These two were exceptional against Manchester City. Maguire won everything in the air, dominated physically, and showed exactly why he is still such a valuable player for this club. Martinez, meanwhile, was aggressive, composed, and showed the kind of leadership quality that makes him so important to this team. Both of them will be crucial against Arsenal's attacking threat, especially with the aerial presence required to deal with set pieces and crosses into the box. At left back, Luke Shaw. The England international has been working his way back to full fitness, and when he is fit and firing, he is one of the best left backs in world football. Shaw provides balance, width, and quality in both phases of the game. He is expected to retain his place. In the double pivot, as I mentioned earlier, Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo. This partnership worked brilliantly against City. Casemiro brings experience, physicality, and defensive intelligence. Mainoo brings energy, ball-carrying ability, and the capacity to break through pressing lines. Together, they provide the platform for everything else to function. Arsenal will press high, Arsenal will try to dominate possession, but this midfield duo has the quality to manage those challenges. In the number 10 role, Bruno Fernandes. The captain, the creator, the man who makes everything tick. There is absolutely no question that Bruno starts this match. He is in the form of his life, creating chances at an unprecedented rate, and Arsenal will have to dedicate serious resources to trying to nullify his influence. If Bruno can find space between the lines, if he can get on the ball in dangerous areas, if he can deliver those killer passes that unlock defenses, Manchester United have a genuine chance of causing an upset. On the right wing, Amad Diallo. Now, this is where it gets interesting because the headline mentioned Amad being dropped, but the latest information suggests that Amad, who recently returned from the Africa Cup of Nations with Ivory Coast, is available for selection and likely to start. Amad has shown flashes of brilliance this season, and his ability to take on defenders one-on-one, his movement off the ball, and his work rate tracking back will all be important against Arsenal's attacking left side. On the left wing, Patrick Dorgu. The Danish winger has brought energy and directness to United's attack, and he was involved in the build-up to one of the goals against City. Dorgu's pace and willingness to run in behind will be crucial in exploiting any space that Arsenal's high defensive line might leave. And up front, leading the line, Bryan Mbeumo. This is the key selection. Mbeumo returned from the Africa Cup of Nations with Cameroon this week and is available after his nation was eliminated from the tournament. The former Brentford striker has been absolutely brilliant since joining Manchester United. He has scored 7 goals in 17 Premier League appearances this season. But here is the really impressive stat. Only Mohamed Salah with 8 and Antoine Semenyo with 6 have scored more Premier League goals from fast breaks than Mbeumo since the start of last season. He has 5 goals from counter-attacking situations. And against a team like Arsenal, who play with a high defensive line and commit numbers forward in attack, Mbeumo's pace and finishing ability on the break could be absolutely lethal. Now, there is an alternative scenario that some are suggesting. Matheus Cunha, the Brazilian forward who joined United and has shown glimpses of real quality, could come into the starting 11. Cunha made what Carrick described as a huge difference after coming off the bench against Manchester City, and there is a case to be made for starting him instead of Mbeumo. However, the consensus among most analysts and reporters covering the club is that Carrick will stick with Mbeumo up front and use Cunha as that super sub option in the second half if the game requires a change or fresh legs. Benjamin Sesko, the Slovenian striker who joined United from RB Leipzig, is likely to remain on the bench. Carrick suggested in his press conference that Sesko still has some adjustments to make to the Premier League, and that he and the technical staff will help him make that step up in quality. It makes sense. Sesko is clearly talented, clearly has a big future, but right now, with form players like Mbeumo firing, there is no need to rush him into the biggest matches of the season. In terms of unavailability, let me give you the full injury and absence report. Noussair Mazraoui will definitely miss this match because Morocco are in the Africa Cup of Nations final, which takes place on Sunday night. The Moroccan right-back has been a quality addition to the squad, but Dalit is more than capable of filling that role. Matthijs de Ligt remains out with a back injury that has kept him sidelined since late November. There has been little update on his condition, so we do not expect him back for this match. Shea Lacey, the young midfielder, was suspended for the Manchester City game after being sent off against Brighton, but that suspension has been served and he is available again, although unlikely to start in a match of this magnitude. The big positive is that both the Mad and Mbeumo are back from international duty and available. That gives Carrick genuine options in attack, genuine quality to call upon, and genuine threats that Arsenal will have to prepare for. So that is the expected lineup. 4-2-3-1. Lamens in goal. Dalit, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw across the back. Casemiro and Mainoo in midfield. Ahmad, Fernandes, Dorgu in the attacking midfield roles. Mbeumo up front. It is a team built on the foundation that worked so well against City. It is a team with balance, with energy, with creativity, and with genuine goal threat on the counter-attack. Let me break down the tactical approach that we can expect from Carrick. Against Manchester City, United used a 4-2-3-1 that emphasized quick circulation, vertical progression, and controlled aggression in midfield. We did not try to outpossess City. We did not try to play them at their own game. Instead, we were disciplined in our defensive shape, we pressed intelligently at the right moments, and when we won the ball back, we transitioned quickly into attack with pace and purpose. It was the United way. It was counter-attacking football done to perfection. Arsenal will present similar challenges but also different ones. Like City, Arsenal will dominate possession. Like City, they will press high and try to win the ball back quickly. But Arsenal's wide threat is different. Bukayo Saka on the right stretches play, gets to the byline, delivers dangerous crosses. Leandro Trossard on the left tends to narrow the pitch, cut inside, create overloads in central areas. Martin Odegaard pulls the strings from the number 8 position. Declan Rice provides defensive cover and ball progression from deep. And up front, Victor Gyökeres, despite some criticism since his big money move from Sporting Lisbon, remains a serious goal threat who has found the net 9 times in all competitions for Arsenal this season. Defensively, Arsenal are exceptional. They have conceded just 14 goals in 22 Premier League matches. At home, they have only shipped 5 goals in 11 games while scoring 26. They average over 2 goals per home match. They are organized, they are disciplined, and they make it very difficult for opponents to create clear-cut chances. But here is where Manchester United can hurt them. Arsenal play with a high defensive line. They commit numbers forward. And when you have the pace and quality of players like Mbeumo, Dorgu, and Fernandes able to deliver those killer-through balls, there is space to exploit on the counter-attack. United's expected goal numbers under Carrick, the shot volume, the ability to create chances in transition, all of that suggests we have the tools to cause Arsenal problems. The question is whether we can be clinical when those chances arrive. The question is whether we can maintain our defensive discipline for 90 minutes against relentless Arsenal pressure. The question is whether we can handle the atmosphere, the occasion, the expectation. History is not on our side. Manchester United are winless in the last 6 Premier League meetings with Arsenal. We have drawn 1 and lost 5. We have not beaten them in the league since September 2022. In that period, Arsenal have outscored us 11 goals to 4. They have won the last 4 Premier League home fixtures between the two clubs. They are chasing a 5th Premier League double over United this season, having already beaten us 1-0 at Old Trafford back in August. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has won 67% of his 12 Premier League matches against Manchester United. 8 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. That is the highest win rate of any manager to face United at least 5 times in Premier League history. Those are intimidating numbers. Those are statistics that would make any team doubt themselves. But this Manchester United team, this group of players under Michael Carrick, they are not interested in history. They are interested in making their own. They just beat Manchester City at Old Trafford. They are playing with confidence, with belief, with a tactical identity that makes sense. Bruno Fernandes is creating chances at an elite level. Kobbie Mainoo is controlling midfields against top opposition. Mbeumo is scoring goals from exactly the kind of situations that this match will present. Can United pull off another shock result? Can Carrick outthink Arteta the way he outthought Guardiola? Can we go to the Emirates Stadium, to this fortress that Arsenal have built, and take points off the league leaders? I genuinely believe we can. I genuinely believe that if we play with the same intensity, the same discipline, the same quality on the counter-attack that we showed against City, we have a real chance. Not a great chance, not a likely chance, but a real chance. Arsenal are favourites, and rightly so. They are 7 points clear at the top of the table for a reason. They are unbeaten at home for a reason. They have quality all over the pitch, they have a defined tactical system, and they have momentum. But football is not played on paper. Football is not decided by statistics and historical records. Football is decided by what happens on that pitch over 90 minutes. And if Manchester United can frustrate Arsenal, if we can stay compact defensively, if Bruno can find those killer passes, if Mbeumo can get in behind, if our midfield can win the battles in the center of the park, then we have every chance of shocking the world again. This is why you support Manchester United. This is why you wake up at ridiculous hours to watch these matches. This is why you invest your time, your energy, your emotion into this club. Because on any given day, against any opponent, Manchester United can produce something special. We saw it against City. We might just see it again against Arsenal. Before I wrap this up, I want to hear from you. What is your predicted score for Sunday? Do you think Carrick should start Mbeumo or Cunha up front? Do you believe we can get a result at the Emirates? Drop all your thoughts, all your predictions, all your passion in the comments section below. Let us build this community together. Let us support our team together. And let us show the world that United fans never stop believing. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Arsenal match, if you appreciated the detailed analysis, the tactical breakdown, the squad news, then smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel grow and reach more United fans around the world. Subscribe if you have not already, turn on those notifications, and share this video with every Red Devil you know. We have got incredible content coming every single day, covering every angle of Manchester United, and you do not want to miss a single moment of it. This is United Daily Update. This is your home for passionate, professional, accurate Manchester United coverage, and I will see you in the next one. Come on United. Let us go to the Emirates and show them exactly what this team is capable of. Thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and let us go get this result on Sunday. Glory, glory Man United.